I recently finished Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, and this was one of my most anticipated reads for October. I loved her Caraval series, and I did like Once Upon a Time, but I think it did go downhill in like the third book. I was super excited to check out this like new adult fantasy from her, and I definitely have a few thoughts. The story basically revolves around Holland, who is told that she is not gonna live past Halloween, which is tomorrow, and like by the stroke of midnight, gonna be like, unless she finds the alchemized heart, then she lives. So she's like sent on this treasure hunt by her deceased father. He knows where it is. And it's got like the mystical, whimsical, like old Hollywood vibes because it takes place in Los Angeles, going to like different theaters and everything. One, it was like written very juvenile, even though the main character was like in her like mid-20s, I think, because she was like in graduate college. So I think Stephanie Garber's still keeping with like the young juvenile writing. The whole entire time I was like, I don't know what is going on at all. I don't know if like twisty was the right word, like they were definitely plot twists, but it was like you can't trust anyone. You don't know what's the truth. There are scenes where like she gets a bloody nose and like she's not seeing the correct person who's sitting in front of her, like she's seeing someone else. They're like, what? Like this is very like trippy. And you do find out like why she's getting those bloody noses, and at that point I was like, this reminds me of like a horror movie which I've never watched, but like I know the premise of. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like if you know like why she's getting those bloody noses, it's like a specific horror movie about like a teenage girl that like I immediately just thought of that when I was reading this. I was thinking that Stephanie Garber kind of not like leaned towards like major horror vibes, like I didn't need it to be like violent or anything or like super creepy, but if she was like more adult about this book, it could have been like a little creepier. It could have had more like depth to it. And after I finished this, I was like, I can definitely tell this is going to be a second book, when I think everybody thought it was just like a standalone. There are so many unanswered questions still that are needed in book 2. After I read it, I was like, yeah, I'm still really confused. I don't know what that ending was. I don't know how I feel about this, so I gave it a 3.75 stars. I think 4 stars would have been more if she like went in depth with the story and just like put a little more work into it. I really think if she like leaned into like the horror, like creepy bits just a little bit more, it would have been a little better.